Well, ooh, let's have a look. No, that's it. Nothing from hell. eBay. Except this. It's been in the house less than 5 minutes and already there's husky hairs stuck to it. Probably off my coat because that looks like a bloody cashmere sweater. So in the depths of Recycle City here we have a Dapol track cleaner, which used to go second hand for about £40, which, caveat, I did pay around about £40 for this, despite the eBay buyer protection fee, you know, with it getting charged to pay for eBay service that they already provided you prior to them charging you for the privilege. So yeah, I've seen these between, well, £59 to over £79 second hand, bearing in mind that some places charge nearly £100 for the brand new Dapol blue version, but you can also find it at Rails of Sheffield currently for £71, which is about the same price as it is from Germany. I think it's about £70 odd, and then there's another tenner shipping, so it would work out cheaper to buy it from Rails, which I was having and hiring. I kept looking second hand, and they were going for more than I wanted to pay, basically. And this one turned up. I did see one like this before, but it got network rail on it for some reason. This one's model rail, although it's still got the network rail. You never think about getting the frigging things out of the packs when you bought them. It was heavier than I was expecting, so what we got? CL power on and off. That's why it's heavier. It's got the remnants of a lemur weight inside it for whatever reason. Maybe to improve it. We got some wheel weights we can do that with. So we've got dual track pickups. Yeah, so getting back to whatever I was just saying. Let's get the crap out of the way. Obviously hoovers up track ballast. Yeah, so you can buy it as cheap new as you can second hand, which is uncommon for eBay. I did watch the one for £79 so that he could send me an offer, so I could send him the link to tell him why would I pay 80 quid plus postage second hand when I can buy it from someone else for the same money brand new. So yeah, I've succumbed and bought one. So going back to the network rail model, you can see the logo's still network rail, but they've model rail, so I don't know who that was done for. Was it Model Rail, the magazine website people? Obviously I need to remove that. There is a guy doing wraps for these, but I think that's about 14 quid, and obviously being yellow, and they have numbered it with a fictitious product number, so I just need a suitable BR rail track improvement sticker or something to replace it with. Not a very big chamber, is it, for the cleaning liquid? So I'm going to use it mainly for hoovering than anything else, as I have a CMX track cleaner which I managed to pick up for quite a good price considering CMX prices. So yeah, I don't know whether it's got a chip in it, which end it goes in. have a look at the destructions. Doesn't really help. So I might have to put a chip in it if it hasn't got one. I think the earlier versions of this were only DC and you got to convert them, but it's not self-powered, it only drives the motor. So presumably you'd need a function switch, I'm guessing, which would have to be man enough to cope with the current draw of the motor. I don't know. Never really looked into them. We'll see what happens. Put it on the track and see if I'll take it apart and see if there's a chip in it. So that's it. £43 I think it cost me with the buyer's premium. The mesh has slightly got a little nick in it. Nothing major. So that's it. Another piece to the armoury. Well, we're back. Just got off the phone with Gauge Master. That was hard work because their contact us email-y thing on their front page doesn't work. I ordered the parts for, out of shot, the Hellion NEM sockets that fit on the bogies. What a pig of a job that was. I had to take the bogie out to enable me to take the two halves apart, because the little NEM socket has got a lug top and bottom and there's like a clasp, one of each side of the bogie halves, which you need to split to place it back in, which means everything falls out of the gear tower. Then it was an absolute arse of a job to get it all back in, connect it to the Delrin shaft. You had to take the motor out to get the shafts to couple back up again. To do the other side I couldn't take it out because they've glued the speaker holder in, which means you can't get to the top of the gearbox to release it. So I had to turn it upside down and take the cover off the bottom of the bogie, remove all the wheels and then split the gear halves with my knife and prise it apart to get the other one in. Pig of a job. And then because I took everything apart to get to the other one, the circuit board off, everything, and they've wrapped all the wires around the circuit board that runs the length of the body. Yeah, the air was blue, which is why you didn't get a recorded version of that fix. Anyway, I'm sure I've got enough video crap up already without worrying about that. So in here, let's check my orders, because I should have 4 items, 2 from one supplier, unless something's not all together. There's no telling with their way they do the mail. Carefully come along the edge just in case. So we should have, what we got in here, just a picking note or something. Some big chunky resistors. They look a bit big for 1/4 watt. Oh, they're 1/2 watt. I think I ordered 1/4, although they're Chinese, so there's no telling. So these are just LED 1K, I think they are. No, these are 200K. What are they? I can't remember what I bloody ordered now. They go in a circuit board anyway. And these are, these are 1K. 1K pots. Not the type you smoke. The type you fill with a little screwdriver and adjust the resistance. So if you put that in the circuit and one of them in the circuit, and then in here should be the other piece of the puzzle. Who knows? Might pass the parcel here. Yeah, here we are. So we've got screw terminals that solder onto your circuit board. So there will be your live and neutral for your LEDs, and your resistor and your variable resistor to control the light output. I went for a simplistic design rather than putting a transistor in and doing a pulse width modulation jobby. It's just another design. It's sort of like a simplified version of the Woodland Scenics little light hubs, but obviously a bit more Heath Robinson, but exceptionally more cheaper, and you can make them as big as you want, as long as you've got a power supply man enough to feed and then distribute. You know, you can make an 8-way board or a 10-way or a 12-way board, each one individually controlling the set of LEDs that it controls for dimming. Then obviously I'm going to have some on light functioning sequences on an Arduino, hence those other little ones I got in the last bit. So while I was perusing on the webbies, purely by random chance, because I did search for this before and it didn't come up, and I knew what it was. Well, I know what it's used for. It's meter seal wire. We used to use these on lorry tachographs before they became all electronic. And obviously your electric meters and things like that, where you're not supposed to tamper and have lead seals. And there's this wire, but it's found its way into the modelling world as bobbed wire. Normally there's a little bit sold on a coil, and they curl it up on something, sell you a little coil about that big that you pull out and put on the top of your fence, and it simulates the similar sort of effect to bob wire. I did find it on Amazon, but it was about £12 for a roll, which I thought, well, I suppose if you were a business making it, it's worth £12, but for a modeller, I don't want to spend £12 on a chuffing great reel of seal wire just to make a few bits of bob wire. Then I found it on AliExpress. Purely by random chance it popped up, probably because I'd searched for it before and never found it, but for some reason, seal wire. It came up under lead sealing when I was looking for lead solder. £2 for a 35-metre roll, so that should keep me busy with loads of bobbed wire at considerably far less than you'll pay from a scenics shop for a foot or so coiled up to simulate bobbed wire. Or if you're a war gamer or something, you know, there's only, I think it's 1.6mm. So yeah, it will still have the desired effect. It's a wee bit big, but you know, it's modelling. Everything's a compromise, isn't it? But yeah, considerably cheaper than, I think it was about £16 on Amazon. So if you need any bob wire, don't pay silly money for Woodland Scenics or some gaming thing. You can buy a roll for £2. Or if you see me, let me know and I'll bring you a couple of foot. We on! Are we? Yes, we're there. Might be getting a flat battery in the remote. So, we had to resort to buying stuff from Germany again. Because it's cheaper. So, let's have a look, see what we have got today. We bought the, well, there's a dog in that scene, but these are, I think, the container port terminal workers. But obviously they're in high vis, so you can use them in any scene you want, really. And to complement my bargain Just Plug kit that I bought from Rouse at Sheffield in their auction, the one thing that was missing was the programmable light sequencing hub, which is getting, I think, around about £30+ over here, and buying it from Germany it was £22 I think. I just wanted to experiment with it. I'm not planning on buying a load of these because they're just too expensive, and obviously an Arduino will do that job for you. And talking to something else that's cheaper over there was the little Hornby power bank, £9.95 I think it worked out to. So I've bought that to see if it will fit in my J72 or whatever it is, if it's needed. If not, I will keep it for something else. I'm not planning on buying any TXX S or whatever they are, Hornby sound units, because they're, well, what, £55 if you can find them in a deal. These are 66. And this is an 8-pin lock sound V5, which may well find itself in a class 50 or a class 58. We'll have to wait and find out which one tickles me fancy. Okay, that was it for now. eBay wise, there's nothing in the tubes. I have gone from like 8 pages of stuff I watched down to 5. Admittedly, that's not all railway, but yeah, this new system has killed the second-hand market on eBay. Not unsurprising, because people aren't really keen on selling their stuff and not getting paid for it. So, till the next one, catch you later.